Welcome back to another battle, everybody. Today we are taking our first look at the final map in the brand new Napoleon's Battles map pack. This is Battle of Ligny. We are playing as the green player out of the second position. Do I have any bonuses? Are there any small ones I can go for here? This map does not look to be very well populated with small bonuses outside of this +2 here. Good enough dice I could weasel my way in here. Maybe I go for that with blue after me, purple with no retake opportunity there. Red is a pretty good play for this +4 in the middle as well. That may be my best chance. Purple has this bonus down here. If I get perfect dice here, tremendous. If I don't, it is what it is. Let's see what we can do. 5 on 2. They say don't roll it, everybody, but I'm going to do it. It's probably not wise, but we get it. I'm going to sit in there. Hold the turn 1 +2. Probably not worth the investment. Did just lose 2 troops right off the bat there. Blue is going to go to the right here, actually. He's not going to be able to take this low bow bonus. This map actually is interesting because the bonuses are not as simple as I thought they were going to be. So blue does not start out with a bonus here. I do, although red may try to dislodge me. I think it would be wiser for red to take that +4 right next to me. And not try to weasel his way into this bonus. Just take the one next door, play chill. Everything's golden. We've gotten purple out of here, and blue does not retaliate, so we shouldn't get hit unless red hits us here. But this is Battle of Ligny. It's 79 territories, same as, I believe, the Battle for Plancenoit map was also 79, with the other two that we looked at first being the largest. This is the final map of the map pack that we're going to play on Progressive World Domination. Is red going to go over here? Interesting. Maybe goes for this +2 in Cavalry Reserve. I'm trying to... he's going to grade double bonus? No. I think he thought these connected. Those do not. So he won't actually be able to remove me here, and I can work to remove his material out of this area, actually. A bit of a... I mean, unless he rolls the 3 on 2. I think he thought maybe this connected differently. It does not. So we will hold here. I don't really want to let him hold in there. French Cavalry Corps is also a +2. I may play for that on the other side of red. Hit my 2 this way, play for it on this side, and then fortify. And then we look like we're getting out of the way for red, but not actually. Pink is going to take the Southeast Towns bonus. Lots of +2s on this map. Prussian 1 Corps, which it looks like yellow is going to go for it in the top left. That's a +2. French Imperial Guard, a +2. French 4 Cavalry Corps. Southeast Towns Cavalry Reserve, Ligny itself. Those are all +2s. French 6 Corps as well. French 3 Corps is a +3. So is Lobau and Prussian 3 Corps. French 4 Corps is a +4. Same with Prussian 2 Corps. West Ligny and Northeast Towns +5s. And I missed Tongren here, a +2 as well. As purple does, in fact, take this bonus as we anticipated. Going to do a little split ski here. There's a 2-point holdover, a +2 down here, which is not a bad spot to be. I'd like to knock purple out of the middle here. I'm a little worried blue tries to roll into this area, but he does not yet have this bonus, so I think we'll be okay. We're actually have the fewest territories alongside red, so we're not going to have a ton of troops to be able to roll in here, which is a little bit unfortunate. Prussian 4 Corps is too large of a bonus for me to take, and yellow actually rolls down. I think this is a mistake. I don't think he realizes he doesn't actually have a bonus up there. Gets perfect dice, but he doesn't actually have this bonus. I would have rolled up with that material so that you take the bonus. Most of these new maps, I am realizing, pretty bonus dependent. We have been pushed down to maybe not the most ideal of positions. I don't want to have to roll through red here. 7 on 3 does win, though, and it might get him off my back. I want red out of here. I don't want red up in my business. Weaken myself early to snuff this player out of my way. And I'm actually going to pull this over here for defense. So it's unfortunate that happened to red, but I don't really want to play friendly to that player at this point. I don't think that does me any good, letting him sit next to me. The fact that he failed going for this bonus, that was a very easy take for him on the first turn, and is now boxed in by pink on the other side. Red is in a really, really tough position here in the early game. Which I think is fine. We've had a lot of very friendly games in much of these, both on Waterloo and on Plancenoit in our first 3 games here. Both of those games were very, very friendly in terms of bonus taking. So this one it might be a mix of that. A little friendly, a little not. It's going to depend on whether or not purple breaks me here. I didn't have the means to roll this one out, so they could break me in both spots with the generation that they're going to get, unless, of course, red or pink hits them. Red still has the opportunity to play for this Cavalry Reserve +2. He didn't redirect his 4 here, which I thought was surprising. And he may very well buy. He's going to try a 4-on-3 here in retaliation. That's unfortunate. I'm not sure why you would waste your energy doing that, but that's just me. At this point, try to play for your own survival. He thinks that he can attack across here. You cannot. Maybe he slams pink first. That wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. He's going to slam my 3 if he can. He should just... Oh, he rolls away. I am very surprised by that play. I think he thought he had entrance over here, which he should have seen on the last turn that he did not. Pink getting 6. So pink is probably the biggest threat on the board right now because he's holding that more territories than everybody else at the moment, except for yellow. Puts a 7 here. It's going to go for backside play for that +3 on the right-hand side. Doesn't yet have the means of taking it, but it's smart to remove purple over there, given that purple is reasonably... Actually, purple's not even that strong. Purple is the second or third weakest player behind myself and red, but if I don't get broken by yellow... interesting that he rolls red out over here as well. That actually protects my back door. I don't know. I don't think pink is very good given the troop roll. I wouldn't have rolled that 2 out there unless you're playing for additional territories, which I don't think is the worst play in the world. It really comes down to what does purple want to do here, right? Because purple has the positioning to break me if he wants. It's only a 6-on-3, so it's not a 100% roll. Yellow with no bonus. Blue has that very large +3 at the bottom. It's an 8 territory +3. If I'm purple, I think you just expand. I don't think you put troops here. I think you expand right. Now, taking this whole bonus is dangerous. He does not take the whole bonus. He's actually going to split his defense. I don't think that's a bad play by any means. Now, I don't want to play above my means on this next turn, so I don't think I take this little +2 next to blue. I think that would be a bit too risky, and after purple's maneuver there, I don't think that purple's going to aggress me. Now, this is an interesting play for yellow because none of these rolls that he's about to roll are guaranteed to take this +3. I think I maybe try to remove yellow out of this bonus over here. That may be my best play. Or blue on the back door. Probably also not a bad play. Attack in here, fortify out. He doesn't actually take... So he doesn't risk it, which I respect as a decent play. And he is getting 2 additional troops right now. We do not stay above 12, so I'd like to take a couple extra territories. This actually is interesting pathing here where I can attack out twice here. Defense up this way, but obviously have the back door break. I'd like to keep this alive up top, so I'm going to go 5 here. I'm actually not. We're going to go 1 here as defense, and then 2, 2, 1 like this. So I'm not going to actually expand any further than I am right now. I'm trying to remove lines of my opponents on me, given that this position's a little bit more difficult to get to. I should probably try to save this 2 up here as well, given that I've been completely removed from the bottom right side of the board. Now, we don't go aggro to blue. He could break us. That would probably devastate my game. And I don't think it'd affect him that much. That would probably be a decent play given how spread out and unkillable he is. The fact that there's only 2 other players with bonuses. Both of those players have +2s. Blue aggressing me here would by no means be a bad play. I'm hoping that he plays friendly so that I don't have to focus on his external positions and try to remove him and all of that. I might even play off of this 1 over here if this survives. We didn't have the means to knock blue down, so blue holds a +3, and then maybe he plays for the right-hand side here. That tells me that's likely a hit on pink. This is a defensive play on purple, both of which are not bad ideas. Adds a little bit more over here. If I were him, I'd actually probably remove this purple 2 as well, given that you are neighboring with this player. He doesn't remove it. I guess that, you know, purple's not going to have a trade right now, so you don't have to rush it. Red has their back against the wall pretty heavily. And we don't have lines on their 4. They're actually pretty well guarded here now by blue and pink. Kill guard opportunity in the middle here. I want to give a shout out, by the way, to a bunch of recent subscribers to the channel. We've got Danny Scott, Ordzo Pordzak, Ezekiel Kraus, Jeffrey Mueller, and that's actually it for my list. I think the rest of the people on this list previously. And I also want to give a shout out to Cole Classing. Cole commented on a video recently. Apparently, I didn't have him in my list on a shout out previously. So shout out to you, Cole. I did tell you I'd give you one this week. Well, here we are. Giving that shout out. Now, if you guys want a shout out in an upcoming video, all you got to do is subscribe. Make sure you have public subscriptions on. I'll give you the shout out that I believe you deserve. As always, everybody, it's free. The subscriptions are free. So let's see what Pink might actually go for a second bonus here. This is a 2-point hold over this bonus as well. Is that that's only a +2 as well. All right, that makes a little bit more sense. And I think does he full send it? He may, with how slow he's moving, may not have time. It looks like he's going to full send it. And we also are visited here, guys, by Fergus the Cat. The loyal, it's a 3-point hold, actually. The loyal steed. He's not a steed. He's not a horse. But the kitty is here. You guys know I like this cat a lot. He's a good boy. Interesting that yellow fortified over into, I would finish this. Yeah. And then I would actually defend here. I wouldn't, I don't like that defense because that allows yellow in on the back door. And I think blue is less compelled to hit you, but that does put, I mean, we see these, this is dangerous spot for both blue, yellow, and purple. Like, I don't like the stacking on each other here. I don't think that's particularly good. Yellow starts with, what, 5? They start with 5. As long as I don't get hit here, I will actually start with 10. Instead of the 9 I started with on the last turn. So, I'd like to remove blue on the top of the board here. Yellow's actually going to attack out, try to get themselves additional material. I could try to take this bonus in front of blue and see what he does. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I will do that. Not hit him out of the top of the board. Actually, don't aggress blue at all right now. Let me go like 8 here, and then let me go 1 here, and then the rest on the backside over here. So the goal behind this, I don't stack on blue. I play defensively after this take. We also secretly knock yellow down. And I don't hold on blue. So if blue wants to break me, he can. I don't think it's wise for him to. And we get a little bit of a better defense on the rest of our bonuses here. He could break 2 of my bonuses. Won't be able to break all 3. And this would be an expensive break here. So I don't think that would be wise. I'd just focus your material. He's got to worry about purple. Now, blue can actually make what I think is an intriguing play here. Is just play defensively against purple or aggress purple even. But I would knock this out. He's going to aggress purple. And he's he doesn't have the means to go break, though. That was a bad play by blue. You've got to get this 6 over to the left-hand side now. Maybe he pulls the 5 off the line knowing that I'm not going to hit him. That's exactly what he does. That worked better for him. He did get horrendous dice. 8 loss on a 7 with attacker's advantage is not very good. Now, pink did not finish this up here. And if red takes a card off of pink here, which I'm not sure he will. If I'm pink, I don't let red reconstitute here. I would absolutely knock this red position out of here. You might risk feeding it, but in the early game, fed kills aren't as drastic. Red's going to actually knock me out of this position. Mind you, this is not a botted player, so this troop distribution makes absolutely no sense. Like the 2 here, we're not playing true random, so adding 2s in places, I mean, it's the set breakpoints. This does succeed, does hit me. I mean, it's smart removing my lines on yourself, I suppose. And he doesn't take this bonus over here, interestingly. Now, yeah, blue did not have the means for this, so I think there's a chance purple might trade in early here. Purple's very weak. All things considered, and yellow might even blast them if they're not careful either. This is what I was saying, as I thought purple should have defended here on Druot. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. But instead he opted to defend right in front of blue, which was enough of the aggression to frustrate that player. Now pink trades early. I think this is an exceptionally poor play unless you think you can kill red. Which he does actually have the means of killing red here. So I think it makes you a bit weak with how much material you have to lose or have to hit, and you risk losing the no, he's not gonna eliminate red here, which is even more confusing because trading in and not eliminating red, I think, is an objectively bad play if you're the pink player out of the 4th position. You are in the troop lead now, but that's mostly because nobody's hit you, and trading in for a 4 trade when you're slated to end up getting the 12, you're missing out on 8 troops there, and you're not completing an elimination unless he kills red on the next turn. I'm not really sure I understand that play. And even if you do kill red on the next turn, just trade then. See if somebody trades ahead of you. So I've got a decent position in the middle. I'll get a lot of troops in this next turn because blue let me hold this +2 here. We stay above, so we'll get 12 here as long as I don't get hit twice by yellow and purple. And purple may very well bot here. I intentionally did not stack on blue. I read blue's aggression towards purple correctly. Yellow will hold this bonus over here, which I don't love. Looks like purple may be botting out. Players in our game, yellow player Amber 32002. I'm the 2nd position player is green. General Hardfast, the blue player from the UK, in the 3rd position. Red, General Dye from the UK in the 4th position. Pink, General Huffington from Croatia in the 5th position. And finally, purple is Dr. CG, flying the flag of the Netherlands in the final position. They have botted out. Yep, they have botted out. And that is unfortunate for them. Yellow starts with 8 here. Now, yellow does have the potential to backdoor me and break me. I do not think that would be wise. He sets early, or she sets early. I guess their name's Amber. And this is what was interesting about Pink's move. Wow. Is this a full feed of the purple kill? I need enough troops to hit through here and get this over here. I will start with 12. Let's see how much they remove. I need to remove blue's ability to hit this 3 up here if... and actually, I probably need to remove red's ability to hit that 3 as well. Because they have the ability to hit over here. I think they're going to stop there. That is an insane play by yellow. I would actually kill guard this here. I would sit on this territory and stop. And they might do this by accident. Ooh, you should not hit that. They do hit it. Blue is in the best position to take this kill. I am not going to be trading in. What I do want to do... I'd like to knock blue out up here. Yeah. Trying to figure out how I want to play this. I think I pull this. I pull the 5 out. 2 here. 12 here. I defend like this. So the 6 remains inactive. I've now protected the purple bot on the left-hand side here from blue. Only kind of. I forgot to remove the backside here. I'm hoping he doesn't see the line. He could very well take this kill if he wanted it with an early trade, and it would not set him in immediately. He does early trade in. Does he have enough troops here? Remember, he's got to get this 2 as well. I'm not sure he's got the juice to get through this. A 7 to kill 5. Oh, he does not. Don't continue. You have to stop now. And I'm glad he's actually smart. He tries that first. He's smart to do that. That was a smart play by blue to not continue attacking because you don't want to risk feeding this to red. And you do feed it to red if you let red in the back door. Now, I still don't have the red kill because pink is keeping red safe. Yellow locked their 15, so yellow's ineffective for a turn. We have a trade-in without the Joker. We will definitely take advantage of that, and red's going to feed this to yellow, it looks like. There's absolutely no reason to try to hit this up here. I almost wonder if it's in my best interest to feed the purple elimination to yellow. Is he going to hit yellow instead? That'd be crazy. No, he does hit purple out of here. I don't want blue to get this elimination, though. I'm not sure the right way to play this. If I can, the 10 gets this here. If this bot attacks out this way, and yellow, like say this 3 rolls out, there's actually a way I can get this purple kill. We've got to hit through this 5 over here, but if this 3 attacks out and yellow maybe even tries to continue eliminating purple down here, and pink doesn't have that trade in anymore, so there's not much they can do. Looks like they're going to clear a bunch of either yellow or red on the right-hand side. Maybe they even backdoor blue. A backdoor on blue would be so sad for blue. I think blue's actually played a pretty solid game. That early aggression onto purple. I did a similar move on red where I went into him and knocked him out of there. I was like, I have the bonus. He didn't take this. If I get him out now and I get good enough dice, which obviously was a risk, it ended up being the correct risk. We're going to jump ahead of pink on this next turn in terms of total troops, I think. Although my territory count is still kind of weak. It's really going to come down to what the bot does here. If it places troops on this 4, this should still break yellow, which will likely lead to a retaliatory play. The 10 gets up here. I want it to knock. See, that gives him the pathing here. I need this. It does not roll the 3 up top. So if yellow's smart enough, which they did lock their big stack, and he's only getting 5. He actually doesn't have this elimination, I don't think. He'd have to place enough up here. He doesn't have a trade in. I should be able to grab the bot on 4 cards, and we won't feed this to red, which was one of my concerns. We're going to have to hit through yellow to do this, but I've got my 8 open to go do that. The only real way that yellow can effectively box this off is if he somehow wraps the 16 around this way and gets it in the way. If he puts the 16 here, I won't be able to get in. He doesn't have a fortify to that 5, though. Might get me targeted by him on this next turn, but he's very slow. So we end up with a 10 trade instead of the 6, which is very good. Again, this gets this up here. I won't be able to backdoor red. So there's actually no sense in hitting red here. Actually, no, there's much sense in hitting red. I will trade off of this kill. Let's do this. I want to force red into either blue. This does give red a better trade. Lost a considerable amount of troops on that, but we can trade. Let's trade the horses. Increase our chance of getting a horse back in the next turn. I want red out of here. Now this may seem like a feed, but I don't actually believe it is. Oops. 4 on 3. Bummer. That is not going to make him happy with me. That is not going to make red happy with me. I meant to allocate more troops down here, and I did not. So I was trying to force red into just this position down here and force him to trade behind pink and blue. And instead, I just gave him the 15 trade for free. I don't have a joker, or I don't have a horse without the joker. I am still the strongest player. But red will get considerably stronger here. Might even blast through my 13, which will weaken me. Also likely signs his own death warrant, but he is properly kill guarded down here by pink. Which is smart by pink. Pink's actually played that pretty well. Now, I didn't pick up any extra bonuses there, which I think was important. Blue's got to be a little bit careful here. I know he's quick. I wouldn't take this. I think you're going to get hit by yellow here if you take this. I think yellow's natural progression is going to be to the right here. Now remember, red's only getting 3. They get 15, so they could go 17 on... Or 15 plus 3, 18. They could go 21 on 13 here. I don't think that would be wise. I think playing for survival at this point would be red's best bet. I accidentally have pink kill guarded up here, by the way. That's probably useful to hold. This is a 1-point kill guard up at the top on E. I assume east Humry. I don't know that might be the only 1-point kill guard on the entire board. Now, if I'm red, I actually think you dump everything on this 4 down here. He's going to play for this. 3 troops there. He's got 15 more to disperse. You should put most of them down here. 6 down there. I don't like him going for this because I don't think that's not the whole bonus up here. He's not even going to get an attack off. All right, so we basically just ignore red for at least a turn. Stacks the rest on pink, which might be a sign of aggression there. Red took far too long to decide where they wanted their troops. Now I could see pink. Yeah, see, this is interesting. I was going to say I could see pink trying to snuff out external material of the red player here. I think the confusing thing about this map, and I don't actually think it's a badly designed map at all. It reminds me of one of the Dune maps, that one with like the ships in the middle. I think it's just Arrakis, the Arrakis map. It reminds me a bit of that, with the difference that the connections are better in the middle of this one, I believe. Now pink playing very defensive. Kind of slow roll me out of here. That just wasted troops, made him easier to kill there. Although I can understand if that's potentially putting a target on my own back. I want to see what yellow does here. Yellow's been kind of a loose cannon the whole game. The right thing to do would just be retake their +3 down here and chill, I think. Looks like he's going to go into blue, though. If he hits the 16... my kill lines are going to be better on yellow, I think, with a trade-in. He may not even hit the 16 here. He may have just broken and chill. Yeah, it's going to undercut him. Oh, boy. That is just asking to get hit. I'm not sure. Blue even tried not to stack on him. I do think that was partially a mistake by blue. Now, if yellow opens up my 6, he probably gets himself killed. Because it trades me in right away. Like, if he breaks me here... just dump everything. I can take out everything but the 2 here. He was going to hit me there. He actually was going to hit me there. I don't think... blue with a trade on 3 would be able to kill him, but not set in. I don't want that much pink over here. I'm going to take this bonus like I'm making some sort of innocuous play. But really what I'm doing is I'm getting prepped to kill yellow. If blue has a trade, he doesn't set off of a kill on yellow, which is why I feel fine doing this, because he doesn't have the troops. Don't hold that there. We hold this here. So yeah, I just picked up the giant +5, but I don't think that matters. I think blue just retakes here. And he doesn't open. Which is wise. I would put this here. I wouldn't lock your stack off, though. I would have still put it in front of yellow, I think. Although I guess maybe not. Maybe that's the right play. We've isolated yellow here. A trade-in, I don't think yellow will have enough to stop me. I have a set with 3 jokers, which is very, very good. Now, we know red's not a trade because he never took a card last turn. I'm up to 73 troops. He does place here. I was wondering if he was going to try to go for this bonus over here in Prussian Corps. I don't want to feed him to pink. That is my one concern. And I don't know how to not feed him to pink. The only way I can guard him over here. Because those cards are going to be valuable. And obviously, we have a little bit of a kill guard over here on blue, where pink couldn't just come kill blue. He'd have to hit through quite a bit of material to get there, right? Like my 9, my 13, and my other 13, all of those form some sort of pathing block here, and then the 9 or 12 troops here from red also provide a similar block. I think we're getting to the point where something's going to give, Pink trades first. I think both of Pink's trades here have been very puzzling because he can't kill me. He can feed me to yellow, but he can't kill me. He could kill red. He could pretty easily kill red. Not with that troop distribution, though. He's playing very defensively. He's got his 2 bonuses. He's happy with those, defensive play, etc. And he might even hit blues. Yeah, he's going to hit blues 6 over here. Blue's not going to be happy about that. I feel a little bit bad about blue's positioning here. Does he hit my 13 here? He does. That's a bad play. That's just going to... You trade in early to do that. You're just going to get yourself targeted. And it does, unfortunately, remove a +2 of mine and a big stack. It does also open up me to a potential red elimination. Blue on 4. I mean, blue's going to be the most profitable play for me. Yellow's too slow. He's also stacking on me here for some reason. I know he does. He simply does not have the troops to kill me. So maybe he just pushes for the bonus. But at this point, I'm probably eyeing, unfortunately, the blue elimination. Interesting that that pink and yellow would target me on the same turn there. I'm wondering if he cuts down through here, though, takes this bonus and hits blue. Like, I wonder if that's the end goal for yellow here. No, he cuts left. If he comes and hits my 13, man, that is crazy. He does not. I have the means to hit both of these spots. The 9 is not open. I've been a homie with blue all game. But blue is worth 38 troops. And honestly, I can single path that stuff. He's on 4 cards. He's the only one worth anything here. I'll go 13 here. I'm sorry, brother. I'm trying to win the game here. Got really good dice on him there, too. Because pink, the issue here for blue, he sets me in with a trade, without using the Joker, mind you. He sets me in, and also neither of my opponents have trade-ins. I target the players. It's unfortunate for blue to be in that position, but I have to target the player. And yellow's slower than pink, I believe, as well. I have to target the opponents who have the cards, unfortunately. I think my best bet here is probably breaking both of them. So neither of them are particularly fast. So just take as much of the board as possible. And with neither player on a trade-in and me worth 104 troops, there's and having a Joker, there's absolutely nothing either of these players can do to me. They can't kill me. They don't, even combined, don't have enough troops to do it. I'm sorry to blue. I wanted to play well with him, but I think my only way to guarantee a win here, especially with blue on a trade, likely on a set there, is to hit him. So they can break me all they want. The fact that pink went bad to me first... Pink went bad to me first, so I think I'm compelled to give yellow second place, even though I do think pink is the better of these two players. I thought for pink there, eliminating red or getting ready to eliminate red, either of those moves would have been a much smarter play than the play that they made. We got to be able to hit here. I got a perfect line here, and it looks like they're going to give me pretty easy line up top as well. And the benefit to this is they're actually, these bonuses they're protecting over here because they're putting their own material in the path of yellow. Now, the one downside here, actually the benefit to this was because pink was only on 1 card and yellow is the one on 2, unless pink actively somehow killed yellow after his turn, yellow won't profit until next turn, meaning they won't set in off of a kill here, even if he somehow had that pathing. Now, I didn't give him the pathing to go hit pink, but this was a good game. I again feel a little bit bad for blue, but he was the right target. He was the weakest player, worth the most cards, and I get why. I want to make it clear. I'm not upset at yellow and pink for attacking me. Yellow made a little bit less sense. I get why pink hit me. He wants to try to keep the player in check, but when you're hitting a guy on 5 cards, you best be stinking sure that that guy's not going to do anything back to you. Which is the unfortunate thing for purple is that, or for pink, is that I was on 5 cards before he hit me. He hits me, I trade in, and I retaliate. And he's going to get just swept clean off the board here with my own trade-in. Now, I don't trade in off of him, but I need to eliminate him. Actually, the smarter move here is probably to eliminate yellow. And yellow gave me perfect pathing to do that. So, again, I'm making sure I lock this game up. The smarter play here is to eliminate the yellow player and not pink. So pink actually not being on cards. That was awful dice. Just lost 17 on an 18. This is clean pathing down through here. And the only bonuses he has are in here. I won't be able to hit this one, but or, well, I was going to say, or not. I will not. And that should be game, everybody. It made more sense there because I was trading on 4, I wasn't trading on 5, so I don't set in off of either player. I hit the player who I know will not have a trade, and in that instance, I hit the player who I know could have a trade. I leave alive the player who I know won't have the trade, which was pink, and pink manages to get second place. So that is progressive world domination in a nutshell. This was, I feel like, a good game to learn how to play Prague. Always be targeting the cards. That is your best bet. Realize where those trade-ins are going to get you. And unfortunately for blue, he was the most profitable elimination for the cheapest cost. And he also netted me the red kill. I hit through him. I get into red. We get 3 more cards off of red because, again, red could have traded in as well. I knew that both yellow and pink couldn't trade, so there was no point in targeting those players. And fortunately for us, that is going to be a win on this lovely map. I think this one's kind of fun. It's unique. But it also weirdly might be the most balanced of all of the maps. The most easy as far as no bonuses are like none of the strong bonuses are held on tiny points. Like Charleroi, I think it was either Plants Noir, whichever one had like the +6 in the middle of the board with a 2-point hold was just absolutely absurd. We've got this here. Everything else, I'm just gonna put some safety troops in each spot just to make sure I don't mess this up. But let me run this bad boy out nicely. And that, ladies and gentlemen, good game, well played. Big ol' thumbs up to the pink player. That is a win on the final map. So this is, again, my first look at this map. All 4 recordings that you guys saw, including the game that I lost on Plants Noir that you saw yesterday, or on Monday. I'm recording this on Tuesday, so it's confusing me a little bit, but you're seeing it on Wednesday. All 4 of them, first attempts on this map. We'll be looking at them with progressive capitals in the normal meta settings very, very soon. I like this one. I think it's a solid map. I'll even throw it in love. I'm not sure that I'm feeling that strongly about it just yet. Blue is a master. I had a feeling just the fist bumping and their overall behavior, speed of their attacks, etc. I had a feeling blue was pretty good. Everyone else in the game was a novice. I thought pink played better than a novice would have. I'm not too sure about everybody else, but I hope you guys enjoyed. Regardless, if you did hit that like button, subscribe if you have not already. As always, everybody, I have been C-Money. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you have a tremendous rest of your day. Peace.